What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome to today's newest video. We've got an exciting one, Commandos, the Future of Modern Warfare Raid, a short film by the Royal Marines. It's their most recent upload over on their YouTube channel, so check out the original video in the description. It's the first one they've posted in a couple of months, I believe, and I've had a quick look through and it's extremely well put together, videoed and edited. So I'm looking forward to this. The Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force always seem to have sort of better adverts, better short films than the British Army. They make it look a lot cooler somehow. I don't know how, but they do. But Royal Marines, an elite fighting force within the British military. They're part of the Royal Navy, but they are definitely up there. Not special forces, but they're definitely up there as one of the best units the British military has to offer. And quite a few Marines do end up within the Special Forces, and they've got a few elite units within the Royal Marines that are definitely up there, even higher than the Royal Marines. I'm Craig, a former British soldier, so never served with the Royal Marines. I've worked alongside them shortly when I was in Afghanistan, and I've worked with Armoured Commandos very closely, and they are very, very good. Highly professional, extremely fit, and really dedicated to the job, and they really do give it their all, and they want to be the best at everything they do and think they are the best at everything they do. They've got the longest training within British military, I believe, as well. I think infantry course, I think it's about a few weeks longer, maybe 4 weeks longer than your standard infantry course. It's 32 weeks, I believe. So they do a very long sort of initial training before they even end up into the Royal Marines, and then do continuation training as they progress through. So what we'll do is we'll get into it. Let's see what it's all about. Hopefully you enjoy it. Remember to head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk to check out some of our amazing coffee, our patches, thermal tumblers, and head over to Combat Fuel for some of the best supplements on the market, and use code CH15 over at Combat Fuel for 15% off. And a big shout out to all of our channel members. All of you have viewed, commented and shared as well. But let's get into it and see what it's all about.
To intercept 3 mics. Pack 1 has visual on target. Travel bearing 160 degrees. Speed 10 knots. Horseshoe recce complete. Boat 1 running in. Port side. Line astern.
This is making me want to join the Royal Marines.
Walk to me! Walk to me! Walk to me! Step back! Step back!
Right, guys know what they're doing. They've got their best guys on this. The way they're moving, maneuvering with their weapon systems.
Zero, there's a Kilo 1 Alpha, vessel clear.
Nice. So the editing's absolutely brilliant. It's honestly, it's making me want to join the Royal Marines. But just sort of like some of the kit that they're wearing, you know, they've got the Ops Corps helmets. So for those that don't know, the Royal Marines had a load of funding pumped into them so they could get new kit and equipment. They've got new weapon systems. They said they're using the 6 MCX. They were using the previous assault rifle as well that they were issued. They got the Glock 19 as their secondary weapon. A lot of the kit they're wearing, back when I sort of joined about 10 years into my career, you would think that's what SF would be wearing, but now the Royal Marines are getting issued this sort of stuff because of the sort of new jobs that they're doing and the future commando aspect to it. So we'll just fast forward it back to where it was. It's about there.
Zero, there's a
Honestly, there's a lot of money being pumped into the Royal Marines, and they're getting really good equipment, really good training.
J2 gathered from recent maritime interdiction ops points to the location of a captured British national. 3 hostile anti-aircraft systems have been identified, providing coverage for the target. We've also identified a buildup of ammunition and equipment, likely prepping for a larger operation. 2 days ago, Sniper Pair 10 were covertly inserted to provide overwatch and reconnaissance of the AO. Overwatch has confirmed the radar is back online and operational. This, combined with the increase in enemy hardware, indicates imminent hostile intent. 20 and 30 will insert via raiding craft at last light, landing at Black Beach. At 0500, 2 F-35s will strike the enemy weapons depot. In order to enable this, 30 will neutralise one of the missile systems, clearing a corridor for those F-35s. Concurrently, 20 will move to secure the British hostage at the radar station. All call signs will exfil before first light.
So this is really high level, strategic level sort of mission planning and missions that they're doing. The Marines were sort of used like an infantry unit when Herrick days were on. Afghan, was going ahead. They were just going into Helmand and they were just taking over PBs, FOBs, checkpoints, and just acting as your standard sort of infantry force. This is going back to their sort of initial roots where they're doing little raids, going out in small little teams through amphibious assaults, and then going out to sort of disrupt, destroy, and neutralise enemy targets. They're also spending a lot of time on water as well, protecting our shores, as you can see, capturing the little ship. So they're sort of like up there, but they're not your standard sort of infantry unit. And what you've got to remember as well, the Royal Marines are fully self-sufficient, own chefs, clerks, drivers, etc. as well. Nice, look, you can see the scope there. It's going to be in a full ghillie suit. There you go, sniper on target.
Left of arc. Charlie 1 has stopped at the radar.
Really good filming this.
Charlie 1. UKM 1 and UKM 2 meet in the middle of arc. UKM 3 on the top of radar.
It's really showing what a job of a sniper is there. So you're not always there just to take out a target. You could be used as reconnaissance.
Acting as sentry position. Roger so far.
Roger so far. 0. This is 10 Alpha. You are green on Bravo.
Over.
10 Alpha, 0, Roger, green on Bravo. Blackout, blackout, blackout.
Now they're coming in.
F-35 on station, 05 mics.
This is
ETA,
wicked.
2 mics out.
F-35. Can you imagine just being on that small little boat going in to do a raid?
Prepare to beach.
The music to this is amazing as well. Objective, secure hostage, destroy A2AD platform. So 2 small teams going out. So the guys that don't know, you've got the mountain troop within the Royal Marines as well that specialise sort of within the mountains, and they're really an elite unit. But the majority of Marines, I believe, are pretty much skilled in abseiling and rock climbing as well, which the majority of the British Army is not. So they've got this speciality as well, because obviously doing the amphibious assaults, likely going to come up to some sort of cliff. So cool.
Alice 0, this is 20. This is report line castle. Over.
2-0.
This is 0, acknowledged. Be aware,
Increased enemy activity in your AO.
now have 15 mics. Over.
Prepare to move.
Dual set night vision, so they're not using your standard old Monaco NVGs that the majority of the British Army were
0.
using.
This is 10 Alpha. I have eyes on sentry position. Requesting permission to engage.
Over.
10 Alpha, you are clear to engage.
Over.
Range 400 meters. Deflection 1.2 left. Range 400 meters. Deflection 1.2 left. Aiming point high center chest. Wait for my call. Hold. Fire.
Sentry down. 2-0 moving to objective. Over.
How cool is that? Look at them. We've even got the Overwatch in.
30, send sit rep.
Over.
0, this is 30.
Charges set. Moving to extract.
Over.
Roger, out.
The kit these guys are using nowadays, the amount of money that's been pumped into the Royal Marines, it's so good to see. Like even down to just the standard clothing they're wearing. A lot of them are wearing better sort of soft shell jackets, cry trousers, U-backs, etc., which the majority of standard infantry guys are not getting. The way these guys move. I love all the capabilities they're showing that the Marines have as well with the explosive entry. You know, like I said, with the cliff climbing. Moving through the building silently so no one hears you coming. That's a bit much, I think, in the background, but I get what they're trying to do. They're not actually going to do that because you'd end up just injuring yourself, but I get the effect they're going for.
0, this is 2-0. Hostage secure. Over.
2-0, this is 0. Roger. Be advised,
Enemy approaching your position. Move to FRV immediately.
Juno 1-1, this will be a Type 2 control bomber target.
2-9 Commandos, so that's the artillery guys.
Swinging aircraft.
Used to work with them very closely.
8-3, the MSL. Target is a weapons cache. Target location
3-0 uniform, X-ray.
Foxtrot 150093. Type mark nil. Friendlies south 2.3 kilometers. Egress to
Bravo 5. Courier locked.
restrictions. Final attack heading will be 090 plus or minus 30. Best weapon effect. Reciprocals also available.
There. Didn't have that back in my day.
Jedi 1-1 reads
Nice.
back.
I've not actually. I heard about those tablets. They were coming in, and then I transferred and left. And they were talking about these tablets coming in. You'll be able to do a thing on those tablets, and that's what that is. That's really cool to see.
Minus 30. Reciprocal also available.
Jedi 1-1 clear hot.
So for those that don't know as well, the Army Commandos attached to the Royal Marines. They're getting a lot of funding as well because they need the similar kit that the Royal Marines are using. So if you're thinking about joining the British Army, look at possibly the Army Commandos.
Flash standby BDA. Jedi 1-1 as a minute 0.
Jedi 1-1, call sign.
Mission successful. Weapons cache destroyed. Comply the egress.
Anyone who is thinking about joining the military and has watched that, you must be thinking, I'm going to join the Royal Marine Commandos. What an absolute brilliant film. The level of detail, the quality of editing, the music to go alongside it, and all the different capabilities that they showed that the Royal Marines have alongside the equipment that they're going to use and they are using now is absolutely brilliant. I've always rated the Royal Marines. Didn't really know too much about them before I joined, but since serving in the military, I worked with them a little bit. I worked with the Army Commandos pretty closely. Being with 7, I worked with 2-9 Army Commando Royal Artillery very closely. Had quite a few friends in there. Really good unit. The Royal Marines did relieve us in Afghan, so we worked with them for a couple of weeks before I left Afghanistan. Highly professional, really good guys, and definitely worth looking at if you're thinking about joining the military. So go and check them out. Go and check out the original video of this. Absolutely loved it. What an absolute brilliant film. Like I said, the level of detail, the guys they got in this shows how well they are trained, the way they were manoeuvring around with their weapon systems, the way they speak on the radios. You know, they literally everything was just perfect. So really good film. Check out the original video in the description. And if you're thinking about joining the military, then go and check out the Royal Marines. A 360 year history. Definitely worth checking out. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.